Well, welcome to Chem150 Concepts in Chemistry for 2016. My name is Dave McMorrin and I'm the coordinator of the course. And what I want to do in this video is just give you a bit of an introduction to the way the course was going to work. And in particular, explain to you how the first 4 weeks, the online part of the course, is going to work. As you hopefully know, the first 4 weeks you'll do on your own, at home or wherever you are, via computer. And then the last 2 weeks, starting on the 9th of February, we need you to be here in Dunedin doing labs and tutorials every day. But the first 4 weeks might be a bit different from what you've done before, and so I just want to talk a little bit about how that's going to work. The first thing to say is that we're going to have a Facebook page, which will be a way for you to meet the other people in the course and to communicate with us. In the email that you've hopefully already received, there's information about how to sign up for the Facebook page. It's being run by Marina Roxburgh, who is the teaching fellow for the Chem150 course, and who knows more about Facebook than me. And so you want to try and get into that if you can, if you like Facebook, and it'll be a way that you can talk to each other about the course, about the chemistry, or about anything else that you might want to do. Right? So again, the information about how to join that, apply to join to that course, to that group, is in the email that we've sent. Most of the information about the course and the study material is in something called Blackboard. And so I just want to run through now how to access Blackboard and take you through what's on there. So we start by going to the University of Otago homepage, and then over here we would click on for students, and we will click on Blackboard. And then in here you're going to enter your university username and password. Mine are already here. These you should have got through eVision when you first enrolled for the course. If you have any trouble finding out what those are, then I would suggest that you try the university at 0800 80 80 98, and they should be able to help you with that. Or alternatively, you could try and contact me. So once you enter those, you click on Login, and then on the right hand side here, I have a whole bunch of papers that I'm involved with, but for you, probably for the moment, it will just say Chem150. Now I should point out that this won't become active until just before the course starts. So if you're trying to, so certainly in January. So if you try and do this before Christmas and you find nothing there, then that's okay. The Blackboard page hasn't been set up to go live until I think it's going to be something like the 8th of January, I think. Right? So don't panic. So Chem150 will be down the side here. You click on that, and that gets you into the Chem150 Blackboard page. So down the left-hand side here now, there are a series of buttons, and we'll go through those in turn. There's some stuff down here at the bottom about course tools and evaluation. That's going to be of less importance to you, so we probably won't worry too much about those. So the front page doesn't have a lot on it. In theory, we could put a whole bunch of things to do in here, but I don't tend to use it very much. If we click on the course information page, then there's a little introductory type thing there from me, which refers to the video that we are listening to now. There's also a map here. If you click on that, it's a map of the campus, and it will show you whereabouts you're supposed to be going for your classes. The map's a little bit small, but there's some information here that hopefully will help you get to where you're going. The lectures for the course won't be in the chemistry department as such, but the labs will be. The contacts button has my contact details there, and also Marina's email address. So like I say, if you have any issues with the Facebook page, for example, in the first instance, then Marina is the person to talk to about that. And then we get on to the lessons, the important stuff. The way that the course is going to work is that the first 4 weeks, each week there will be a series of lessons that we need you to work through. And at the end of each of those weeks, there'll be a test, an assignment that will count towards your overall mark, that is based on the material that you've covered in that week's lessons. Right? So that's kind of what it says at the top here. For the first week, there are 5 lessons. The first one is kind of a general introductory sort of a thing. It talks a little bit about scientific method. It talks a little bit about the sorts of math that we hope that you're able to do. We don't have a very high expectation of math for you for chemistry at first year, really, certainly for this course. But there's a few things that we hopefully you can do, and so this will talk a little bit about that. And then in green here we have the first 4 lessons proper. Lesson 1, atoms and molecules. Lesson 2, stoichiometry and stuff. So if we just have a look in lesson 1, then for each of the lessons there's going to be a series of things like this. First of all, we have learning objectives. So this describes what hopefully you will learn and be able to do after having done the lesson. In the study notes section, we have printed lessons. So in this case, we have a PDF which is got a bunch of information in it which we need you to read through and hopefully learn and understand. In some cases, this will be supplemented by other material in here, such as animations and stuff, or maybe even links to YouTube. For this one, there's just this PDF. If we go back to there. Then we also have video lessons. So while Chem150 is a relatively new course, we've taught something called bridging chemistry for a long time, and the bridging chemistry course, the last year we taught it, I had all the lectures videoed. And so I've chopped all those up into little pieces, and so what we've got here, assuming it's going to start, is video of me giving lectures on the material that the lesson is about. And so you will find for each of the lessons there's 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 short videos. So these will be good because there'll be a chance for you to hear me explaining the material, but it also starts to give you an idea about what lectures are like at university. The next tab concerns the textbook. This year we're going to try something a bit new, and we're going to have you buy an electronic textbook through a company called Top Hat. We have got the permission to edit the textbook that they already have. It's called Foundations of Chemistry, to make it best suit the needs of the Chem150. And as we go through the lessons, there will be indications where there are chapters to read and material to read and questions to do in the text. We will be able to tell if you've done the questions, and your engagement with the textbook and the doing of these questions is going to count towards marks for your course overall. So this is something a bit new for us. There'll be more information about how to sign up for the textbook coming soon, before Christmas, and just to let you know that it is my understanding the textbook will cost you $37, which is a fraction of what textbooks normally cost, and like I say, this is going to be able to be set up specifically for us, so it should be really good. And then finally, for each lesson, there is some problem sheets. Right, so here's the problem sheet for lesson 1, and so these questions are to test whether you understand what's been covered in the course, in the lesson at least. And then for each of the problem sheets there will be a set of worked answers. Those worked answers won't appear immediately. I want to give you a day or two to have a go at the problems, but they will come up eventually. The problems that we've written you should take as being typical of the sorts of things that we're going to ask you in the assignments and in the final exam that comes at the end of the course. Okay. So there is, like I say, 4 lessons for the first week, and then sometime in the weekend you can find an hour to do the test that's based on these 4 lessons. We're going to have it available hopefully between Friday evening and Sunday evening, when you can log in and do the test, and then on Sunday evening the following week's lessons will appear. So for the second week of the course there'll be another 4 lessons just like this. They'll appear below this on Blackboard, and then the following week you work through those 4, and so on for the 4 weeks. Right? So the total, I think, of 15 lessons in total for the 4 weeks. The next button down is assignments, and so as I say, at the end of each week, there's going to be a 1-hour assignment or a test which will cover the material that you've been working through during that week in those lessons. These assignments are going to be run using something called Blackboard, not called Blackboard, called Best Choice. And some of you may have come across Best Choice at school. It's another online web-based thing which is run by someone other than us, but we've employed them to set up the assignments and maybe even hopefully some problem sheets and stuff along the way to help you with your learning. And so what we'll do here, I'll have more information nearer the time about how to log into Best Choice so you can access this, but basically you'll just click on the week 1 assignment button here and that will take you to Best Choice. You'll have to log in through there, you have to set up a registration stuff, like I say, I'll tell you later how to do all of that. And then you'll be able to access the assignment and do it. And then the mark that you get for that will count towards your overall grade. The total of these 4, I believe, counts for 40% of your mark for the course, so 10% each, right? So they're relatively important, but as it says here, treat them as closed book. Obviously you could try and do them with the textbook sitting beside, but the point of the whole course really is for you to get up to speed with chemistry, and kidding yourself that you know stuff when you don't really, at this point, isn't going to help you at all for when you come to do chemistry next year. So that's the assignments thing, and then the last thing here really is just the discussion board, which, a bit like Facebook, in that it's a place where you can sit and talk to each other about chemistry, okay, and share ideas and ask questions about the problem sheets and whatever. Okay, so that's kind of a summary of the way that the course is going to work. Like I say, if you have any more questions, so there's a recommended textbook. Please feel free to email me behind Arena book at chemistry, and you can get that if you want. Textbooks can be useful because they're another way they provide a way for the material to be explained to you. So ask any questions if you want to what you're getting from. And otherwise, I will see you in a virtual sense. Sometimes saying the same thing a slightly different way can be what you need to help understand it, or the best for the course. Good luck with it, some part of the course. So here we have, these are links to the online version of the textbook, but what we'll also do is I'll be putting in the textbook references themselves.